junkies keep on spending their money with me. Gamble your life and I'ma end it. I want you dead, nigga. I'm from the trenches, niggas envy. These motherfuckers hate me. That white girl was missing that nigga. And all my pistols keep extended. I keep them legs, nigga. And why these niggas act like women? These niggas pure pussy. So stay the fuck.
I ain't even gonna cap. Nigga. We sitting here worrying about, in the United States of America, we worry about guns. We worry about guns. These motherfuckers run up on niggas with machetes and blades and shit. Shit longer than your body, a average body, human body or something. I mean, I understand, yeah, we need to stop with these guns, though. Niggas need to start doing more of these. More of these. We sit there and talk about the police. Oh, they need to stop shooting the guns, killing the, I understand, killing the black folks, this and that, killing these folks. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we need to do the same thing. Shit, and niggas act like they scared to put them up. You feel me? How you expect the police to put them up if you can't even put them up? You feel me? But damn, these niggas wildin' over there. Imagine just a motherfucker, your op just run up on you, poking you. Types fucking poke. He just slice your fucking head off. Just imagine that. He just slice your head off. Your shit just fall. Imagine that. I think that's more terrifying than a gunshot, to be real. Hey, them niggas in Canada living wild, bro.
I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son and he sent me some videos, and it is alarming.
The violence is infused in the music. I feel like the rap is making the street more dangerous.
Drill rap has turned into quite a mess with all the violence and murders going on. It's like a toss-up between hip-hop rap and drill rap, trying to figure out which one's worse. It's not just Chirac anymore. It's all over the world. What's even more messed up is that many of these UK drill rappers are out there, getting their hands dirty, stabbing people on camera, and they're not even trying to hide it. Seriously, these guys have taken things to a whole new level, and it's wild. Tariq Montero. Back on August 12, 2019, Alex Smith, who was only 16 years old, took his last breath alone and slumped on a doorstep. But before all this darkness, he was just like any other kid, with dreams and aspirations. He was a huge Arsenal fan, dreaming of becoming a professional footballer. He grew up in Islington, but moved to Wembley not long before his tragic end. There was some buzz that Alex played for Southampton Youth FC, but that turned out to be a mix-up. The club clarified that he might have attended trials at the London Development Centre, but he didn't make it onto their roster. It's believed that after this setback, things took a downturn for Alex. That day on August 12th wasn't the first time Alex Smith would be stabbed in relation to gang violence. In May 2018, he got stabbed on Ambler Road near Finsbury Park. A year later, he was stabbed again on Byworth Walk. To keep him away from the gang scene, his family made a move to Wembley.
See what I'm saying?
This move would somehow connect.
See what I'm saying?
In January,
I'd rather a nigga, I ain't gonna cap, I'd rather a nigga take a chance at shooting at me, homie, than a nigga that running up on a nigga, cuz I don't know, bro might not been moving right or something, bro. He might not been moving right or something. Shit happen, shit get wild, shit get wicked, bro.
Who were both members of the active gang. Now fast forward to that night when it all went down. Alex and his buddies were grabbing a bite at Nando's on Bolsover Street. They wrapped up dinner around 11:30 p.m. and walked out through the Bolsover Street exit. That's when things took a dark turn. As they stepped outside, they ran into the active gang, and things got real scary quickly. These active gang folks were out for payback, probably because of some recent shootouts and an attack on one of their own from the Cumbo gang. There were 6 of them.
Oh, so they do be, damn, so they do be shooting up there too, okay. Alright, they get down then, alright, damn. I thought them niggas just, shit, they not even using revolvers. It's not that, they're not using guns to walk down up on them, man. He walking up on him, man, and poking him like it's the penitentiary. At that point, I just think you should just put the hands up, though. You feel me? Fight a nigga. Fuck, poking a nigga, shooting a nigga.
Cars, a Fiesta, and
Some of these niggas, you niggas
spotted
weird
Alex
that do
in
this
the
shit,
street,
bro.
and the chase was on.
I used to be
Alex
one of
in
them niggas, though, a little bit.
From our orchards in Southern Oregon to your
Not no
kitchen
clout
table,
chaser,
Royal
never
Riviera
that.
pears are easy.
who tried to run and escape, but they couldn't shake off their pursuit.
You know, it's
They
always
chased
been
him
because
down
of nigga
without mercy.
affiliation
In a
and
panic,
shit.
Alex started banging on doors, practically pleading for his life, but nobody came to help, and he ended up getting stabbed brutally, left to bleed out on someone's doorstep. The culprits made a quick escape in their stolen rides. Emergency services rushed to the scene, but it was too late. Alex Smith was pronounced dead shortly after 11:30 p.m. The police immediately launched an investigation, starting with CCTV footage, and quickly located the burned-out stolen cars in different parts of Kilburn, London. And despite media reports suggesting otherwise, a court document revealed that the police identified all 6 members of the active gang involved in the crime. Arif Biomi was identified as the driver of the Seat Leon, with Yassine Abdi riding shotgun and Abdirahman Ibrahim in the back. In the Fiesta, Syed Salaban was at the wheel, with Tariq Montero aka suspect, and Syed Muhammad aka Swavy as passenger. Tariq is a British drill rapper who back in 2020 dropped Turn Up with T-Scam and featured in Fredo's Double Tap, released on Independence Day, reaching number 73 on the UK singles chart. And then in 2022, he teamed up with Nino Uptown for Frostbite and dropped his first mixtape, Suspicious Activity.
But I seen some shit. I seen some shit on that shit. Nigga Fredo put some shit up in his ass. Y'all niggas. I don't know what's up with y'all with this country or with this world, but niggas a clown Young Thug or other niggas for wearing a dress or some weird ass type of clothing or something, but y'all won't clown a nigga for putting something up his ass. How you not clown a nigga for putting something up his ass, but you'll clown a nigga for wearing a dress or some girl pants or some shit like that? That don't classify a nigga as gay. Don't classify a nigga as, you feel me? All y'all niggas that call that nigga gay and all y'all niggas that call these niggas this and that, y'all look these niggas up and get them more clout, get them more views, get them more searches on the web. You feel me? But y'all wouldn't speak bad about Fredo putting something up in his ass or something. Come on now.
In February of the same year, he and Swavy had gained notoriety
Yeah,
in the
weird.
UK drill music industry,
World weird
rapping
right
about
now.
crimes
I don't know
and
what's
murders
wrong
they
with
were
these
allegedly
motherfuckers.
involved in. He was also part of the UK drill
Listen to what
collective
Boosie
Active
said,
Gang
nigga.
Crew,
God
whose
coming
members
back for
after
you
the stabbing
motherfuckers.
incident made plans to leave the country. One of them, Abdirahman Ibrahim, was arrested in Southampton after his attempt to leave the country failed due to a damaged passport. He underwent psychiatric treatment for drug-induced psychosis while in custody. Arif was apprehended on August 18, 2019 at an address in Wembley, while another member, Yusuf, was arrested the next day. Arif was charged with murder, while the other man faced charges related to assisting an offender, among others. Both were remanded in
Man, what's
custody
on my boy
awaiting trial
head?
at the Inner London Crown Court in
What
early
that,
2020.
what they got, prime
Meanwhile,
ministers?
The police continued their hunt for the remaining
they?
4 suspects,
Something like
believed to
that.
have fled to parts of Africa. In court, they talked about what happened that night when the 2 stolen cars, the Fiesta and the Seat, rolled out of Conway Mews together. Montero and Muhammad hopped out of the Fiesta, while Biomi took the wheel of the Seat. Abdi decided to hoof it, and that's when the whole crazy chase got going. Tariq was armed with a knife the size of a small sword, and as Alex ran, banging on doors for help, the 3 gang members caught up with him. Abdi and Muhammad grabbed hold of Alex while Tariq stabbed him not once, but twice. The second time he stuck that blade in so hard it popped out of poor Alex's back. CCTV footage showed that Biomi never left the car during the attack. But the
Damn.
prosecution
That
argued
nigga
that he
said
was
this
just a
fuck on his back. I ain't gonna lie. First time I seen a nigga get something like that was in the penitentiary. I ain't gonna lie, I was fresh 18. Nigga, I was shocked. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't never seen a nigga get stabbed and something come out his back like it. Nigga. And y'all imagine how these families feeling over there. Imagine how these families feeling up in Canada. When the motherfucker just run up on you and poke you to death, stab you to death. It might just try to slice your body in half with that motherfucker. Imagine how they families feeling. Shit, people, we think shit bad, nigga. This shit places everywhere, nigga. It's like in the United States, everywhere got a dangerous city. Every state got a dangerous city, cuz.
And was also an accomplice when the scene
Shit,
was
not
posted
Tennessee.
online. But you might be wondering what happened to Tarek,
Memphis,
with the authorities
Chattanooga,
arresting the whole crew. Where did he
Knoxville.
go? It wasn't until early 2022 that the police located him in Swavey in Nairobi, Kenya, around January 26th, 2022. Funny thing is, once they landed in Kenya, he
Nashville.
went ahead, tied the knot, and even became a dad. Upon their return to the UK in January
Shout out to
2022,
my big homie
Tarek and
Woody.
Swavey
Woody
appeared
bad,
in
man.
magistrate and
Free that
crown
man.
courts. They were remanded in prison, awaiting their trial. which
Fat
was set
grape,
to
free
begin in
fat
March.
grape.
After a 5-week trial that ended in May, they got hit hard by the verdict. The Old Bailey jury didn't mess around and unanimously
Shout out to
found
my
him guilty
nigga
of
Big
murder.
Grape.
The rapper
Big
got
Grape
slapped
from
with a life
Memphis,
sentence,
man.
and he's looking
Baby
at a
Grape.
minimum of 24 years behind
AKA
bars.
Big
Swavey
Grape,
didn't
man.
get off any lighter. He's got a life sentence too, with a minimum of 23 years. Funny thing is, they were both absent for their sentencing with Judge Sarah Monroe. Nyron John Baptiste.
Shout out to my
The
nigga
story of
C-Hype
Nyron
from
John
Nashville,
Baptiste takes
man.
us to Southeast London,
Double
Kentucky,
OG
where it
all
all
60,
happened.
man.
The thing is, gang-related
Shout out
stuff is
to that
always
nigga,
full of
man.
rivalries. But the young boy who got murdered wasn't even directly involved. He was just another innocent kid chatting with someone at the time. Back in November 2018, there was an incident outside Morley's Chicken Shop in Southeast London. Nyron, who was just a kid at the time, got himself into serious trouble and was found guilty of murdering Jay Hughes. The whole thing went down right at the junction of Broadhouse Road and Randall's Down Road. That day, a Ford Galaxy pulled up, and 3 guys armed to the teeth with machetes and knives jumped out, targeting Jay and his friend. Jay's buddy managed to escape, but Jay wasn't so lucky. CCTV footage captured the whole terrifying scene. Nyron, without any reason, stabbed Jay while he was just standing outside the shop minding his own business. One witness said they heard Nyron saying, "I got one," and that it was completely unprovoked. After the attack, they made a quick getaway in their car, leaving Jay injured. But he somehow managed to stumble into the chicken shop, where people tried their best to help him. The paramedics showed up around 5:20,
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
doing everything they could to save
Them
him. They
blades
rushed him to
thicker
King's
than them,
College Hospital,
and
but those stab
big,
wounds
them
were right to
blades
his
bigger
heart.
than them
After
bullets,
3 hours
man.
of trying, they couldn't bring
Ain't
him
no
back, and he was
time.
declared dead. The stab wounds were just too severe. Nyron faced the consequences of his actions. He was given a life sentence, meaning he would be behind bars for at least 19 years. Plus, he got an extra 4 months for carrying a weapon. It was a sad and senseless story that shook the neighborhood. Forensics dug into Jay's blood at the back of that Ford Galaxy, connecting the dots.
I don't
with
see how
solid
these
proof.
young
They
niggas think
also
this
had
shit
more-
cool though, bro. Just to y'all trying to build up something just to throw it away.
You're not ready for it.
That's like the owner of Flying J or the pilot Flying J. It's like him building up all this shit and go kill a nigga.
More evidence pointing fingers at the defendant. They
Even
tracked
though he
their
get
phone
locked up,
records
he
and
still
showed
probably
they
gonna
were
have
in
to
the
pay
same
some of that
spot as the
back.
car at the same
The
time.
deaths
So
that
the
he
cops
took.
dropped by the defendant's place.
Why
on
build up your
November
brand
23rd.
or
Nyron
business
tried
and
to bolt, but they caught him in
just
Gravesend,
to
Kent. Guess what they
try to
found?
build
A
your
huge
brand up
knife
or your
tucked into
name
his
up and just to
waistband, and they hit him with another
replenish it.
charge for that. Even behind bars, he stirred up trouble, racking up around 10 incidents. It doesn't spell out the details.
Yeah,
Whether it was with
I could have been living my life like this, dude. Like just, you know what I'm saying? Not learned nothing from none of the shit I heard from niggas in the penitentiary. Niggas begging, you know what I'm saying? Begging, like, you know what I'm saying? Begging. You know what I'm saying? To come out that bitch, wanna get back out, wanna be free again. These niggas wanna go in. Don't understand. Bro, you can't do this shit forever and not get caught. You know, Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga did his shit so long, he still got caught. Nigga, all these serial killers, nigga, they got caught. Nigga, or if you a serial killer right now, nigga, you gonna get caught. It's a matter of time, my nigga. Just think about it, nigga. Them serial killers don't be giving a fuck. So I get some of these niggas, some of these young niggas might grow up as a serial killer. You never know, man. I be seeing shit all the time. Yeah, little bitty ass 6-year-old, 4-year-olds, nigga, killing motherfuckers.
guards or
Crazy.
other inmates. decades, but it paints a picture of a guy who just didn't give a damn. He was willing to jump out and take a life, just like the witness said, to make a statement. The prosecution pointed out he was part of a crew called M20, linked to Penn's Lewisham, and the rappers Russ and Taze. Nyron even appeared in their Westwood video. He had violent lyrics of his own, and he was in the same crew with serious issues against B-Side from Bellingham, where Jai sadly met his end. In the rough streets of the city, where secrets whispered at, street corners and dark alleys held untold tales. Nyron was a living legend in a world where violence was the currency and power came to those willing to do anything for it. The lyrics of the streets, filled with talk of skanks and zombie shanks, gave you a glimpse into his world. A world where disputes got settled with knives.
Hold on.
Gave you a glimpse into
fuck that,
Nyron
man.
was the poster. Disputes got settled with knives, skanks, and zombie
Look at
shanks.
this motherfucker right there. You think if I'm really gonna poke you with that straight in your chest, that bitch ain't coming up the back of you, cuz? And if you push down on that bitch as he hit you, go like that. You see how he pulled out his pants, cuz? You probably wouldn't even seen that bitch in there. Cause niggas walk in the penitentiary, around in the penitentiary with shit that big. Don't even know it's on them.
For it. The lyrics of the streets, filled with talk of skanks and zombie shanks, gave you a glimpse into his world. A world where disputes got settled with knives and the line between survival and destruction blurred. Nyron was the poster child for what's called the jump out gang. You know, no questions asked. If you see your rivals, you attack, no matter if people are watching. It's a world where the rule book is simple. Strike first and strike hard. He lived and breathed that code, the ruthless heartbeat of his neighborhood. And then came the day when Nyron had to face the music in court. Judge Anuja Daher didn't pull any punches. She called Nyron's stabbing of Jai Hughes bold, swift, and heartless.
Yeah, shit.
The truth hung heavy. Nyron had walked up to Jai, a young
Same words you gonna hear about a gun.
ended his life without a trace of remorse. The young man
Might as
was
well
just
put
an innocent
the shit
bystander,
down,
caught
man.
in the
Just go ahead and
crossfire
squabble
of
it up,
fear.
man. Go ahead and
Nyron sitting there
catch a
in his
fade,
red
my
prison
nigga.
tracksuit, braided hair, and flanked by security officers, didn't show a hint of emotion. It's like he had a wall around him. On the other side of
That
the
shit
courtroom,
crazy.
Jai's family watched with pain and disbelief. Jai's mother, in a sorrowful voice, made it clear that Nyron's actions had torn their lives apart, and that time couldn't heal the hole he'd left behind. When she spoke directly to Nyron, her words were heavy with grief and anger. She said, "You need to realize that you have changed our lives forever, and that we are the ones left serving a life sentence, and that he was too young, it wasn't his time to go. I don't believe I can ever fully accept it." She wanted him to understand the magnitude of his actions, to realize that he had sentenced her family to a lifetime of suffering. In that courtroom, one truth couldn't be denied. Nyron's actions had left a community broken and scarred. It was a story of violence.
Play War Thunder now. Join millions of players across the globe in massive battles on tanks.
Rivalry, and loss that sent chills down your spine. What made this tragedy all the more chilling was Nyron's history of violence. He had already been convicted 4 times for knife crimes before he claimed Jai's life. Within the confines of custody, he had been involved in 13 violent incidents, which was a testament to his unrelenting aggression. It was as if he was a ticking time bomb, ready to explode at the slightest provocation. But Nyron's story isn't just about his actions. It's also about where he came from. His upbringing added another layer to this tragedy. Imagine growing up without the love and care of your parents, left to fend for yourself in an unforgiving world. Nyron's bleak childhood, painted by his lawyer Graham Trembath as a tale of neglect, showed just how deep his scars ran. Osita Alagboso. This wasn't just another tragedy, it was friendship gone sour. Osita Alagboso and his buddy Joseph Matimba got into trouble for a mess that started as part of a larger gang feud, going down between 2 crews. Things turned seriously dark. They were caught up in this huge gang feud between K-Block and NPB, which is short for No Plan B, and it got way out of hand. Osita, 18 at the time, was found guilty in April of 2021 of stabbing 19-year-old Jaden McFarland at Brookfield Road, Ashford, Kent, in March 2020. Osita, in a heartfelt letter, admitted he messed up big time. In his words to Jaden's family, he said, "I messed up, I know it. I can't even begin to say how sorry I am. I never wanted any of this." He is currently serving a...
What do you mean you sorry, bro? People tell you every day that killing a nigga is a bad decision, cuz. But you thought you wasn't gonna get caught. Now you sorry. Sorry don't fix that type of shit, cuz. I mean, it might fix it if you cheat on your girl or something, but cause it ain't gonna fix this situation, my nigga. And then you learn, motherfuckers telling you this shit every day. This shit you hear every day across the media, across the nigga in person, nigga. Come on, bro. No, the sorry don't fix that shit, cuz. Don't fix that shit. Now you got caught. Now you sorry. You rapping and shit, and now it's over with. You gonna rap from prison? Bro, I'm sorry, bro. You ain't getting nothing like that, cuz. No, none of y'all niggas. None of y'all getting nothing like that, cuz. I fuck with some. I fuck with some. The way some niggas carry themselves, but the way they take, you know what I'm saying? They take a situation and ruin their life. I don't fuck with that part. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get that much shit, man. You don't really get that many chances, my nigga. Then when you really fuck up, you fuck up. You know you fucked up. Sorry, don't fix that shit.
A life sentence with a minimum of 20 years over what the judge called super creepy and messed up killing and another stabbing. The judge, however, didn't buy Osita's remorse act, calling him out for being a danger to society. He told Osita straight up that he knew exactly what he did was wrong and that violence wasn't cool. He was warned he might never see the light of day again if he didn't change his ways. And honestly, considering Osita's past violence, that warning was well deserved. The whole nightmare started when Osita from Ashford started his own gang, NPB. Jaden, caught in the middle, used fake cash to buy drugs from the duo, and that set off a chain of events that led to the tragedy. The gangs involved, YTB and NPB, got uglier and uglier, posting horrifying stuff about violence and eventually taking their fight from the internet to the streets. It was chaos. What's even worse is that Jaden didn't even have a chance. He wasn't armed, and he fell victim to this senseless violence. And to make matters more messed up, Matimba seemed pretty pleased he got away with it. He was deep into the gang life, with knives and drugs all mixed up in it. During the trial, it became chillingly clear just how deep this feud ran. Matimba, Osita's partner in crime, didn't just stop at being involved. He took sick joy in Jaden's death, even celebrating it in a rap song. The court saw through his act of remorse and redemption. Even after being out on bail, he couldn't resist boasting about the incident on social media, as if it was some twisted badge of honor. Then there was Hassan Tejan, a guy who wasn't even part of any gang, but got caught up in the mess as their driver. He ended up admitting to the same offense and got a 12-month sentence. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But still,
nigga be talking too much.
Niggas
talk too much, man. That's what I say. Niggas want to be clout. Niggas want to know. Niggas want everybody to know their name, cuz.
Osita, armed with not one, but two knives, including a crazy Rambo-style blade, confronted McFarlane in broad daylight at noon. Things escalated fast, and Jaden, who used to be his friend, got stabbed twice. One of the knives even broke during the attack, but that didn't stop Osita. McFarlane, in a desperate bid for survival, managed to escape momentarily, but the killer relentlessly pursued him, still wielding that terrifying knife. Prosecutors said he chased Jaden into a small residential car park, still waving that terrifying blade, but he had to hide it temporarily when someone in the car spotted him. However, Jaden couldn't make it, and sadly, an hour later, he succumbed to his knife wounds. One of those wounds was a massive 17-centimeter gash that pierced his lung and chest cavity.
Tell you, boy.
The prosecution didn't hold back at Osita's sentencing hearing. They painted the pair as hardcore gang members, deep into carrying knives and dealing drugs. They said they both even took pleasure in Jaden's murder and showed his sick approval through rap songs about the whole thing. Even writing online about two guys getting gunned down, which was clearly about McFarlane and another person's death, a secret one. Court records spilled the beans on some Snapchat messages where Osita was waving weapons around and threatening to slice up anyone from the rival gang. Witness statements seen inside Maidstone Crown Court had Matimba bragging about not
snitching. Hey, for you niggas that like to catch ops in the store and shit and want to cause a scene and shit, don't think that store owner or cashier, whoever the fuck it is, won't give up that camera footage, man. You could try to go there and think you gon' force them not to give it up to the police, but nigga, that's another charge.
Even filming music videos in Leicester, but it doesn't end there. Osita and his crew took it to a whole new level of messed up. They were caught on tape, laughing about Jaden's death, and even had the guts to share pictures of his lifeless body on social media. It's beyond messed up. It's downright horrifying. In the end, Osita got hit with a life sentence, with at least 20 years.
That's foul.
Enlisted is the free brand new online World War II shooter. Command a squad of soldiers and participate in legendary battles of the Second World War.
Dumbasses. They basically saying if they can't catch y'all without y'all telling y'all self, y'all can get away.
It just
But
goes
then
to
you
show,
niggas
you
wanna
never
tell
know
on
where things
yourself.
might end up when it comes to violence and gangs. Jaden O'Neal Cricklow, rapper SJ, whose real name is Jaden O'Neal Cricklow, was born on April 24th, 2002 in North London, particularly in the rough area known as Tottenham. As a kid, he had the same love for football as many folks did, but what set him apart was his incredible talent on the field. He didn't just play football, he excelled at it. In fact, he reached the level where he was performing in stadiums, playing at the highest level of the sport. You know, it's not every day you find someone who's really good at not just one, but two things in life. Well, SJ was one of those lucky folks. He had this incredible football talent, and it seemed like he could have gone pro and made a name for himself. But you know how life is. It doesn't always follow the plan we have in our heads. See, SJ had big dreams. He didn't want to be stuck in the tough neighborhood he grew up in with all its street troubles. Nah, he wanted to leave that street life behind and make his life mean something. So what did he do?
Why did he do
Poured his
it?
heart into football. He was all in, thinking it might be his ticket out. But life threw him a curveball. Maybe it was injuries, maybe it was something else, or maybe it was the streets calling. But his football dream didn't pan out the way he hoped, so he found another passion, music. That's when he joined up with some others and became a part of the music group we now know as OFB. OFB, short for Original Farm Boys, made quite an entrance onto the music scene, particularly in 2018. Their debut track, Bad B on the Niz, created a buzz that was hard to ignore. Their style was unique, their flow was distinct, and they brought something fresh to the drill music genre. They stood out in a crowd of drill groups, marking the beginning of their rise to fame. One of their early tracks, Reality Purge Ambush, truly struck a chord with listeners. It gained immense popularity, reaching millions of views, a remarkable achievement. However, they faced their fair share of challenges. The police began to remove their music videos due to the explicit content, language, and themes they addressed. It was a common issue for many rappers, but OFB's music often touched on real-life experiences that authorities couldn't ignore. Plus, they still managed to make waves.
And that's the problem, niggas.
But on May 16th,
y'all can't just down a nigga and stop talking about it. Y'all can't just let it go away.
20-year-old man, Kamali Gabbard Link, who folks said was part of a rival gang. The WGMs, SJ and his friends used machetes and a samurai sword in that brutal crime alongside 4 other gang members in Wood Green, North London, back in February of 2019. The victim, a father of 1, met his end as he was cornered outside a cinema, chased by assailants on bicycles, and killed in a hair salon right in front of witnesses. He was stabbed 5 times and died from a busted artery, all because of a long-standing gang rivalry. On the night of the murder, these 5 gang members, plus 2 others we don't know, hopped on their bicycles and headed toward Wood Green around 7 p.m. Their mission, to go after rival gang members. They were loaded with weapons, at least 5 knives, including a machete, a sword, a handgun, and even a shotgun. As they neared a Vue Cinema complex on Lordship Lane, their eyes landed on Kamali and his friend. Instantly, the knives and guns were out in the open. They chased his friend Jason Fraser, aka Swift, who was about 20 at the time, cornered and started stabbing him over 8 times and even shot him in the butt. It was crazy. But Kamali, who managed to get back to his parked car, tried to scare SJ and the gang by driving at them. But it didn't work out so well. Now they didn't care about the friend anymore. They turned their rage on Kamali and started bashing his car windows with their weapons. Kamali tried to make a run for it by reversing his car, but he got stuck when he bumped into some other parked cars. He had no choice but to ditch his ride and sprint into a hair salon across the street, hoping for some safety there. But the crew weren't letting go. They followed Kamali into that hair salon, and sadly, Kamali got stabbed real bad. He ended up in the hospital but didn't make it. SJ was remanded straight to jail, which is a strong indicator that they had substantial...
Bro, y'all should just left him be. That's what I'm saying. You should let him be. You already did him on the boy on his homie.
Some people get bail, but
should let him go to the next time.
Amid all this,
y'all niggas can't take the lick and go with it, man. Y'all gotta.
It was a catchy tune that quickly racked up millions.
Bro,
but while it showcased his talent and diverse style,
I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Man, listen to me, man. If you ain't gonna get away with it, don't do it. What I mean by that is, when dude got out that car, bro, and they couldn't get him right then, and he ran that salon, they should just said, fuck it, we gonna catch his ass on the next go. Nah, these niggas ruined their life. These niggas, patience is the key to everything. To success. For real. Crazy. Let me know how y'all like this video though, man.
From the trenches, niggas envy. Motherfuckers hate me. That white girl, Miss Cindy. And all my pistols keep extending. I keep